And you like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Life with Love. It is your girl Love. I am back with another fragrance video for you today. If you guys are into fragrance, fashion, and a little bit of lifestyle, then you have met like it. I used to say real, raw, and just like it is, but I guess that's just who I am. And you like a little bit of realness to your reviews, as well as any of the content that I put on here. If you like a little bit of personality with your fragrance reviews, then I am your girl. Stick around and make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I need you to go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, and I need you to watch it through to the end. I'm gonna try not to do a long video. Your girl talks a lot. If you don't know this about me, my name is Love. I talk a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna jump right into this review. I have had this fragrance for a minute. I thought that I filmed a review. I don't think that I like the way that I did it the first time, so we're redoing this review. So if you've seen a short, or if you've seen some content around this that I've done over on my Instagram channel or my TikTok, which I will link below, then yeah, this is just a refresher and just a one-on-one piece of love information that I have about this fragrance. So a while back, and I'll link the video, I did a review on the entire Maison Margiela Replica. I did it during Fragmas, which you know is the fragrance version of Vlogmas. So if you guys watch vlogs, then you know what Vlogmas is. And so I do Fragmas this year. I'm actually thinking about doing Fragmas. We go back and forth. Is it Fragmas or Fragmas? You tell me which one you like, and that's what we'll stick to. But I did a review on this as I smelled. This was the first time that I was able to smell all of these scents. And I was introduced to Replica a few years ago at a trade show. If you guys do not know this about me, if you follow me, you do know this. But I have an online brand called amourchic.com. And so I travel to the different conferences in order to pick and get inventory for my business. And so one of my vendors, he wore Replica, and he just always smelled good. And so finally, I might have asked a couple of times, like, what are you wearing? He's like, I only wear Replica. I literally only wear Replica. It's the only thing that I have. And at that time, I wasn't into $300 bottles of fragrances, but it was amazing. And so I don't know. At the time, I remember him telling me where to go to get it in Vegas, or where to smell it. And at that time, I thought it was $300, but I don't think that it's $300 before, or maybe it was just $300 in Vegas. But I remember specifically the bottle inching close to $300. So I say all of that to say that in here, there were two that I wanted to try, and I had narrowed it down to Jazz Club, and I had narrowed it down to By the Fireplace, because I know that that was a fan favorite. Yes, I talk fast. So I have finally picked one, and it's perfect as we enter into fall. So I got Jazz Club, and I kept the box. Usually if I'm going to do a fragrance review, I keep the box. That's how I know I need to keep the box. So I was like, I don't know if I did the review, girl. You got to do the review. So it comes in very clean, just regular, environmentally conscious packaging. But this is what the bottle looks like, right? So very clean, raw packaging, no label. No top, just very clean and raw. And what it says is reproduction of familiar scents and moments of varying locations and periods. Here is what I'm going to say. The way that I feel about Byredo is how I feel about Replica fragrances. You have to go and try them and then decide which one meshes well with your body chemistry. I went and tried By the Fireplace so many times, and I'm telling you, what I did not love was the dry down. I loved the initial spray. I hated the dry down. Now, at the time I was going to try the other fragrances, I even tried, I believe it's Beach Club, and there's one more. I've tried Beach Club. Beach Walk, sorry. I've tried Beach Walk. I've tried Bubble Bath, which I knew I wasn't going to like because it's too light, airy, and maybe a little youngy, clean vibe for me. And I'm really funny about my fresh scents. So this was originally Jazz Club Provenance and Period Brooklyn 2013. Hello. Fragrance description, heady cocktails and cigars. And the style description is a memory in the fragrance. So there's like these big in-depth stories around Replica fragrances. You should definitely go to the website and look at how they come up with the fragrances. Killian does a really great job at doing the exact same thing. So again, this is Replica, and we'll get into the details in a minute. Let me just say this. As I walked into, I first sprayed it at Sephora, and I was like, I don't know. But something in the fragrance kind of threw me off just a tad, and I was like, oh, this might be a little too dark and smoky for me, hence the cognac looking color, the cognac color of the juice, right? So then I went into trying to figure out which one I really wanted to just kind of invest in, because I knew I wanted one of the fragrances. I had smelled them on other people. I really just needed to narrow it down, and I was just having a little bit of ADHD when it came to which one I wanted to purchase. And so I ended up again going straight to Jazz Club. So I sprayed Jazz Club on. Jazz Club is like the moment where fall hits the air on like a very crisp day. So you start off, it might be warm in the morning, the sun is out, but like that perfect moment at sundown, when it's like a fall evening and it feels like very autumnal, the leaves are hitting the ground, like it's something very sexy and not heavy, but like sexy and sultry about this fragrance. Like I wore it for an entire week straight, did not wear anything else. And I say that a lot about my fragrances. Like if I wear something for an entire week in school, I had parents like, hey, Miss Davis, what do you have on? Listen, I got compliments on this so much. And so I really want you to, if you have not tried it for this fall season, definitely go out and try Replica. I'm going to try to get you a nice, I'll put a link in my description on where you can grab this. But I'm telling you right now, y'all, this is definitely the one. If you felt like Beach Walk or Bubble Bath or any of the other ones were too light, too airy, too kind of, maybe not what you wanted, and then you might have smelled by the fireplace and you didn't like the dry down, that whole thing where like I'm sitting by fire and actually smell like fire did not go well with me. But this reminds me definitely of like a cognac and cigars type of like a nice, like a sexy heavy fragrance, right? And so again, I wore her a lot in August of this year. I wore her a lot actually in July and August of this year. She just happened to be one of my favorite scents. So let's get into the juice before I end this video. So the notes are like tobacco, vanilla, rum, woody, aromatic, and like soft spicy. So all of that mixed up in one, which again brings in the perfect vibe for fall. Like this is the perfect fragrance to enter into fall with. If you have ever listened to me about fragrances, this one is great to enter into fall. It's a great transitional fragrance. Not that you can't wear it all year long. It's definitely a great transitional fragrance. It's a great date night fragrance. It is sexy without saying it's sexy, and it's not like overly like overstated. You know how sometimes you put fragrance on in your car and it can be a little overstated? This one isn't going to feel like that. This is going to take over the air and then it's going to calm right down immediately. The dry down is absolutely amazing. All right, so she's an older fragrance, 2013, which doesn't matter. We're not really interested in a year. I like to say what the year is so that you don't think that it's a new fragrance. So it's been around for a long time, and actually if it has this much staying power, like what can we do? It's still that it hasn't been discontinued. It's still on the shelves. Like, you need her. All right, so the top notes are one of my favorite. Pink pepper. Pink pepper is like my new favorite notes. Neroli and lemon. Those are the top notes. The middle notes are rum, java, for oil, and clary sage. Bottom notes are tobacco leaf and vanilla bean. And again, all of that mixed together is almost like the perfect day of being in, if you're a woman, in the kitchen. It's a unisex fragrance. So if you're a woman, you're in the kitchen, you might be literally having a great Sunday morning where it's your cappuccino. You might be doing a little bit of baking, but in like your sexy, softest, sexiest, like version of yourself. Like just a great moment to be in your cozies and just having a great time. So again, if you notice, one of the reasons why I threw over my denim jacket, which I will link in my description, I will also link in the description box below, was because it's, you know, in fall we tend to throw and layer, right? In our first layers, we generally throw something over our sleeves for a perfect evening or perfect cool day. This matches her perfectly. So my recommendation is that if you are choosing a Replica fragrance for the first time, or if you have not added this one to your collection, go ahead and run and do so immediately. immediately. And that's it, guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up per usual. I tend to link anything that I'm wearing, if I can, in the description box, because your girl is building her $1 million brand. This particular version of me is just me being me, sharing one of my favorite things, which is fashion, fragrance, and a little bit of lifestyle with you guys over here on this channel. I am also starting another channel where I'm going through what the process is as I'm building this $1 million brand. I'm trying to document as much as I possibly can. So I will also put that one in the description box below. So make sure you subscribe to that. But give this video a thumbs up. And my specs. I'll link my specs as well. Thank you guys for watching. Let me not say so much. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Toodles noodles.